Hello, welcome. Today we're going to install Animaquina for UFACTORY robot. In this case, we're going to use the xArm 6. The first thing is go ahead and open the xArm 6-start.blend file that you found in the repository. When you open it, you're going to notice two things. One is that we have a collection here. This is very important that you do not change the names or anything in it, and the TCP target here, which is going to serve as a target to move the robot. Now, the first thing we got to do is we're going to install Animaquina. So before that, depending on which Animaquina you're using, in this case we're using for UFACTORY, you have to download the xArm SDK, Python SDK from the xArm developer GitHub. So go ahead, download the zip file from here. Once you download that, extract that folder, and you're going to copy the xArm folder, the one that just says xArm. Then you're going to head to your Blender installation folder, and then you're going to find the 4.3 or whatever version you have on Blender. Go to Python, left, and here is where you're going to paste the xArm folder. As you can see, mine is right here. And if you open this, you'll notice that it's the same thing that what you see inside this repository. Once you have done that, you're gonna come into Edit. Well, you have to restart Blender, Edit, Preferences, Add-ons. We're gonna go into Install from Disk, and here you're gonna find the zip that you downloaded for installing the add-on, Animaquina UF 0.08. Double click on it, and you will see that on your tool panel on the right side of the 3D viewport, you will get a new tab called Animaquina where you will be able to set up your robot. In this case, the robot, it's expecting an armature. The armature for the xArm 6 is going to be under the collection, and inside the collection, you're going to see the armature. The way that you know it is because you have this kind of person icon for it. So we're going to select that. Then you're going to type your robot IP address. In my case, is 217. Most likely these numbers are going to be the same for your robot. Then you're going to click in Connect. And as you notice, the first thing that happens is that the robot is showing the current state of your physical robot. If for some reason you're having issues connecting, try to set a static IP address in your control panel. For this, go to your control panel, go to your network and internet, network and sharing center, find your Ethernet connection, go to properties, double click in Internet Protocol version 4, and just set use the following IP address, set up a 192.168.1 and a number. This can be any number that is not the same number as your robot. Then put the subnet mask 255.255.255.0 and type OK. When you're done playing with your robot, I suggest that you go back and revert this and go back to obtain IP address automatically so you don't have any issues connecting to a network later. Now that you connected, there's two other and that you got the angles of the robot. The first thing we can try is I'm going to try to go to real-time mode and I'm going to type home. This should bring the robot back to its original, to its home position. And from here, you can grab the TCP target, move it around, go to target, and you'll see the robot moving around. You can also reorient the TCP by rotating. You have to click escape after one of those instructions was done. You have to click escape so you can send the new one. So rotating Y, go to target, and you'll see the robot orienting to that position that you're setting. If you want to see a simulation of this before you send an actual movement, you can duplicate the collection for the UFACTORY xArm 6, and then in the Animaquina panel, you're gonna select in the sim collection, you're gonna go and select that newly copied collection, and you're gonna click on set simulation. As you can see, everything got renamed to sim, and now you can click on this, move this, and you'll see two robots. The twin, which is always showing the current position of the physical robot, and the simulated robot, which is the one that is showing you where the robot is going to be next. So if we click and go to target, you can see that our robot should match what we're planning. If you want to run a toolpath, you can add a new mesh. In this case, we'll add a circle. Make sure if you cannot select that, it's because it's right now getting saved on one of these collections. So let's get it out of there. So I'm going to select the circle here, press M, and move it to the scene collection. Now that it's there, you can select it again. As you can see, it's enabled again. So I'm going to scale this down, put it in a good position for the robot, that it's within reach. And then I'm going to click on path. And this should allow the robot to go and trace that movement. In this version, as you can see, it's difficult to simulate safety boundaries and things like that. So just be careful and worry about the reach and the limitations of your cell and your robot. If we turn off real time, it will update again. And we can go and simulate move again the robot and see it update. Once you're done, you can disconnect. It will set everything back to 0, and now we can delete that simulation layer. With clicking in delete hierarchy.